Do you love the New Orleans Saints? Do you love free videos? If you answered yes to both of those, then you need to subscribe to Saints Now. We're getting closer and closer to 4,000, and 4,000 is a big-time number here at Chat Sports because not a lot of channels have made it that far. So if you love the Saints and if you want free videos, go ahead and smash that sub button. Coming up here on today's show, we're going to be answering some Saints mailbag questions. Now, I've worked here at Chat Sports for about 4 years, and anytime I get a chance to do mailbags, I get super excited. Not only is it a good opportunity for you guys to see what I have to say, but it's also cool to see what the audience is talking about, what some of the rumors are going on around there. So what we did was last week I said, hey, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you're commenting down below some of those questions, and then I found some of my favorites and threw them up here on today's show. This first one's coming in from Saints Zone 9. Saw a Bleacher Report article that said the ideal offseason trade for the Saints would be trading away Michael Thomas. Thoughts? I guess my question to that would be, what are you getting in return for Michael Thomas? Like, I can understand the idea that, you know, this is a phenomenal receiver, probably had the best start to any career. In 2019, the Offensive Player of the Year with 149 catches. Like, when this guy's on the field, he could be productive. The issue is he didn't play last season. He dealt with an ankle. If you were going to go out and pay Thomas the amount of money that you did, you better get a first-round pick in return for him. Now, all the reports that are out there, the Saints are not expected to trade Thomas. I know him and Sean Payton have butted heads in the past, but everything that I hear, Thomas does want to remain in New Orleans. And the fact that he has all these injuries piling up a little bit, my personal belief is if you were to trade Thomas right now, I almost feel like that you'd be selling low on him. Do I ever think he's going to be 149 catches again? No. I don't know if he's ever going to get to like the 120, 110 mark, especially because right now your quarterback situation is in flux. But I also know this. If you do not have Michael Thomas, what quarterback is going to want to come down to New Orleans and play, especially on top of all the drama going around with Alvin Kamara? So I'll say this. Good try, Bleacher Report. I personally believe that Michael Thomas is staying, but I will also say this. If there is an NFL team out there, let's just say, let's get crazy, the Green Bay Packers, they lose Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers comes back, and Rodgers is like, I want a receiver, we'll give up 2 first-round picks, then yeah, I'm trading Michael Thomas for 2 first-round picks. So here's your opportunity, all, to be the teacher, and this is what's different about Chat Sports content. This is what's different about this Saints channel. We're interactive, so I know I'm the guy up here talking blah, 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 blah. I need you to go down in the comments and interact with what I have to say because that's how these shows grow. So I want you to grade the trade rumor from Bleacher Report A, B, C, D, or F. Let's go to NOLA Nate. Should Dennis Allen use Taysom Hill as a makeshift running back replacement if Kamara is suspended? Would it require spending extra money and could make for an interesting offensive packages? Well, my quick answer to this would be no. And for the simple fact of I get that y'all love Taysom Hill. He's a fun player. He's making way too much money. He's a good football player, and he's a tough-nosed dude. But you don't want Taysom Hill out on the football field getting 10, 15, 20 carries a game. That would be disastrous. If you want to bring him in for, I don't know, 3, 4 carries in a goal-to-go situation and a 4th and 1, a 3rd and 1, yeah, I'm a little bit okay with that. Now, in terms of the Alvin Kamara situation, you're right. He could be facing a suspension, and if he is, with everything going on, it could actually be a 6-game suspension. So last season, he had 240 carries, 898 yards, 4 touchdowns. But I don't really think the thing that you're bringing up here, it makes that much sense because Kamara is one of the best pass-catching running backs in the league. Last time I checked, Taysom Hill, sure, he's a hard-nosed runner, but he can't catch the football. He might be better at catching than at throwing. When you look at some of his numbers, though, from just pounding the rock, running the ball from a quarterback standpoint at a shotgun or when you're scrambling is a lot different than somebody putting a ball in your belly and then you got to go and try to break away from guys. He can plow dudes over, but no, you're not going to end up making this happen. Now, last season, he did have 70 carries, 374 yards, 5 touchdowns. The year before that, 8 touchdowns. The less you use Taysom Hill, the more effective he's going to be. Now, I will say this, since everything's going on with Alvin Kamara, if the Saints go out and they decide to bring in a free agent running back, because I mean, I've thrown out some names before, like a Devonta Freeman, like Latavius Murray. You could have cheap options that could come into New Orleans, fill the shoes in case Kamara is suspended. If he is, we'll make a video about it. If you want to stay up to date on news and rumors, we got you covered here. And if you want to be featured in a future mailbag, I need you to do two things. One, hit that sub button and throw some questions down in the comments below, like hashtag Saints, would you accept 2 first-round picks for Michael Thomas? Let's go to the next question. It's coming in from Luck or Luke or LUC, you decide. I'm 100% in on Gardner Minshew as the Saints' best quarterback option. Okay, realistic option. I'm glad you added that in there. He's a backup in Philly, but could start for the Saints. You're right. He could start for the Saints because I would rather have him over Trevor Siemian, who's going to be a free agent. Jameis Winston, free agent. I've never believed in Blake Bortles, and I definitely don't want to read Ian Book. I mean, let's just face it, he's not very good. If you go out and trade for Gardner Minshew, it's going to cost you about $2.5 million, okay? I know Minshew's going to be able to have a lot of Minshew Mania. People are going to be interested, and when you talk about some of the numbers from Gardner, from a career standpoint, close to 6,000 yards, 41 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, arguably the best mullet in the entire game. This is a only way I do this, and I'm glad this is the next question because this is where I'm going to go with it, and I'll finish my point. Pick a quarterback, Jameis Winston or Gardner Minshew. I personally believe that the top free agent quarterback out there and the one that's the most logical fit to come back to the Saints, it's Jabbo. He was really good. He was 5-2 before the ACL injury. It really is going to come down to how much money he's going to cost, but he's a free agent. So would you rather, let's say for this exercise, pay Jameis Winston 10, 11, 12, $13 million, not give up any draft capital, type JW. If you'd rather go out and get Gardner Minshew, pay him at $2.5 million. However, you're going to have to give up a 5th-round pick, then go ahead and type GM. The final question here, I believe, on today's show is from Ashton Smith. Should the Saints try to go out and get Marcus Mariota? I, for one, wouldn't mind. Well, when you look at some of Mariota's numbers, he spent the last 2 seasons with the Las Vegas Raiders, then 2019, 2018, 2017, where he got his first start with the Tennessee Titans. Mariota, I get it. He's got that flair. And when he was the quarterback of Oregon, he was probably one of the most entertaining guys I've ever seen on a college football field. The speed, the Chip Kelly offense, it was entertaining. He was good for 1 year in Tennessee, had another halfway decent year. And here's the issue with the NFL for some quarterbacks. If you don't make adjustments, if you don't get better, NFL teams, defensive coordinators, they get more and more tape on you, and then it catches up. Mariota had 1 good game back in 2020, which is essentially the numbers that you see here, where he went up against the Chargers. You don't want him to be your everyday starting quarterback. If you want to bring him in and put him in a limited role, however, that doesn't make sense with the Saints offense, considering the fact that they already have a quarterback like that, and his name's Taysom Hill. So now here's your guys. You tell me, who do you want to be the Saints quarterback in 2022? Maybe there's some free agency names out there. There's some trades with the cap situation. You can't really go out and spend big. So let me know, who do you want as the Saints quarterback next season? If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you all very, very much. In fact, I want you to type END down in the comments. That way I know you made it to the end. And remember, to be featured in our next mailbag, you got to be subscribed and use hashtag Saints.